Everybody. I wanted to do a tutorial with you on how to read a measuring tape. So you will be receiving a measuring tape in your science materials. It will look like this on one side and like that on the other. So some of them will be blue, some will be orange, some will be pink, and some are yellow. They are all the same type of measuring tape. A couple of characteristics that I want to share with you. This side where the numbers are very large, these are your inches. It even says on here 60 inches. It tells you how long this measuring tape goes up to. It doesn't have any numbers on these markings, but these are just fractions of an inch or parts of an inch. The other side is where we need to get really comfortable for our science class. These are centimeters, and you can also find millimeters on here. These little tiny dashes in here, those are the millimeter marks. And you can see that it changes color every 10 centimeters. See how it was black with yellow writing and then yellow with black writing, black with yellow writing. And then those tiny little increments right here are millimeters, and that would be written one decimal place after, or one place after the decimal. In science, you will always use the metric unit of measure. You will always use millimeters or centimeters and meters to show your work, to write your answers. So a couple of things that I want to point out to you. This line right here that's underneath the number would be where 2 centimeters shows up. So again, this is measured in centimeters, written as cm, that's the abbreviation. And that line that's underneath the number is where 8 centimeters is. So this big line right here that goes all the way across, right underneath the 8, is where an item would be measured at 8 centimeters. And that would be written 8 cm. So a couple of things that I would like to do is just do a little bit of practice with you on how to measure. I have this magnetic little tile thing. I think they're fabulous to build and play with. And when I want to measure it, I set my measuring tape right next to my tile, the object that I want to measure, and I scooch it over here. And that is what I want to measure. So I know by looking at this that the end of the blue tile is below that line underneath the 7. So I know it's for sure 7 centimeters. But then it's got some of these tiny little dots in here, tiny little lines. We did a little bit of practice measuring those tiny little lines yesterday with the triple beam balance. So just take a look. This is 7 1/10 centimeters or 71 millimeters. It can be written either way. 7 2/10, 7 3/10, 7 4/10, 7 5/10. So this bigger line of these gradations, that bigger one is the half. So that's the 5. So 7.5 or 7.5 centimeters or 75 millimeters. Underneath we have 7.6, 7.7, 7.8, 7.9, and then that would be 8 because 7.10 does not exist. So if I wanted to get the measurement of this, first of all, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my block is lined up at the top of my measuring tape. And then I'm going to look the last full centimeter. I'm going to scooch that just a little bit so you can see it better. Okay. The last full centimeter is 7, and then I know it's a little bit bigger than that. So I'm going to count. It looks to me like it's about 7, maybe right about here. So 7.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can either write it one of two ways, 7.5 centimeters or 75 millimeters. Both of those equal the same thing. That's a beautiful thing about the metric system. It's really easy to change between millimeters, centimeters, meters. You just count decimal spots and move your decimal left or right. Here's another item that we can practice measuring. If you had to round that to the, oops, hold on. I can see that it's not quite right. There we go. Okay, so if we had to round that to the nearest centimeter, so first of all, round it to the nearest centimeter. And then if we had to measure to the nearest millimeter, what would it be? Remember, the millimeters are the tiny dashes, the centimeters are the long lines. So its nearest millimeter, the one that's closest to the end of that brick, the end of this cube, is 2 centimeters. Okay, sorry about that. Let me figure out where I was. Oh, right. Okay, so here is my measuring tape and my cube. So if I round it to the nearest centimeter, it's 2. The end of it looks like it's a little bit longer, 2 1/10, 2 2/10. So it would be 2 2/10 centimeters or 22 millimeters. Okay. Here's another one that I would like you to try. This one's a little bit bigger. Actually, it's a little bit bigger. This is a handy dandy little reader. It helps me as I'm reading a page, like keep place, because it kind of, highlights the text as I go down a line. Okay, so first thing I need to check to make sure I'm using my metric side and not my inches side. Second thing I'm going to look for, I'm going to make sure that the top of my measuring tape and the top of my object that I'm measuring are lined up. And then I'm going to make sure that my measuring tape stays snug right up to the object that I'm measuring. And I'm going to scooch my camera a little bit so you can see it better. All right. If you had to round to the nearest centimeter, what would you do? What number would you use? The nearest centimeter. What would you use? This one's a little bit tricky because you remember when you round, if you get to the half, it's always the next one bigger. So it would be nearest one would be 18 centimeters. But if you had to write it, it would write it to the nearest millimeter. It would be 17 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 17 5/10 centimeters, or 175 millimeters. So again, it's 17.5 centimeters or 175 millimeters. I have a couple more objects I would like you to go ahead and try measuring. Measure this one to the nearest centimeter. I'm going to move my camera around a little bit so you can see for sure that I've got it lined up. Oops. At the top, line up my object with the top of the measuring tape. And then you're going to look. What's the nearest centimeter? Oops. Looks like 11.5. So the nearest one would be 12. It's another object. A paper clip. You've got your measuring tape. My paper clip is lined up at the top of my measuring tape. The nearest centimeter would be 3 because you always round up. If you're at least at the half, it rounds up. And then it's 2.5 centimeters or 25 millimeters. We'll do another one. We can measure a crayon. Now this crayon is kind of used. You can see that the tip is not a brand new crayon. So if I set that up, you can't see it enough. Okay. Top of the crayon to the tip. What's the nearest centimeter? 9 or 90 millimeters. And then the last object that I want you to measure is you can measure your sticky notes. Okay, my nearest centimeter, it looks like it's 7.5. Oops. And so, oops, hold on, there we go. 7.5. We're going to round up to 8. And a couple things. Now I would like you to practice using a centimeter measuring tape. And I would like you to find at least 3 objects at home that you can measure. They can be Legos, pencils, notebooks, paper clips, spoons. Animals tend not to sit very still for this, so no animals or sisters or brothers. No living peoples or animals. But measure 3 objects and then post a flip grid showing the objects that you measured, and I want you to report back the length to the nearest centimeter. You do not need to show you measuring an object with a tape measure next to it. I just want to see what it is that you used and what the length was that you measured to. This is due by next Friday. I believe it's October 6th, but I'm not 100% sure on the date. It's due next Friday. See the assignment details for specifics.